thought I heard the old man say, leave her, Johnny, leave her. Tomorrow you will get your pay, and it's time for us to leave.
Hello and welcome back to a new episode of AI D&D musical theater, whatever this is.
These are always a train wreck, and I love it.
I honestly have so much fun doing this. And today we're going to do something on Wicked. Maybe the title will give you a hint, because we haven't done it yet. You ready to go on this adventure, Andrew?
Let's see what happens. I'm going to say we pick a fantasy setting for Wicked, right?
I agree. Fantasy setting. Let's do it.
I want to try to cast some spells, if I'm honest.
Okay.
You're going to have to help me spell the character name.
Elphaba.
Let me opposite capitals here. Elphaba.
Yeah, that's
Elphaba.
Elphaba. We're playing the Wicked Witch of the West.
We have spells, right? Like we can cast spells now.
Yes, but only we can cast spells. Like
Yes.
that is kind of the thing. All right, let's go.
All right. Let me I just got to move my camera a little bit so I can read this better. Our story begins with a group of adventurers living in the medieval kingdom of Oz.
Oz. Yes, let's call it Oz.
The kingdom is filled with small villages and thatched cottages.
Wait, what's that edit button say at the bottom? What's that edit button do?
Can I edit it? No.
Okay. Oh well.
Doesn't wait. It only lets me edit like up to like here. It's kind of
Okay.
weird. Oh wait, no. If I hit back, I can.
Okay, let's
here we
change
go. Here we
Larry
go.
into Oz.
Oz, baby.
All right, let's see what else we need. The kingdom is filled with small villages and thatched cottages that have been relatively peaceful until now.
The adventurers are on a quest to find the magical staff of Zalos. I don't know about that.
The wizard. The Wizard
I
of Oz.
Well, Elphaba's trying to find something else, right? How about the magical ruby slippers?
That's it. Let's do that. This is post, like, right before the ending. I'm down with this.
They walk through the forest and notice a band of mountain dwarves. How about
Munchkins.
Munchkins.
Mountain, or just Munchkins. This is great.
Munchkins are friendly and offer them food and drink. Then one of the Munchkins turns to them and... Do I have to submit this? I actually
Yeah, let's submit that.
Then one of the Munchkins turns to them, and now that you...
Ladies. Why don't we call them witches?
Now that you, witches, have eaten, we must ask a favor of you. It then proceeds to tell them of an attack by Svelk mercenaries. What do we change this to?
Mm-hmm.
An attack by
The Wizard of Oz's mercenaries.
the wizards mercenaries in the nearby forest. That sounds good.
There we are.
Okay, now that we've had our setting thoroughly changed to fit
Yes.
what we want, what does Elphaba do? So we're being told we've been fed by Munchkins, and they're like, now that we've fed you, the wizard's mercenaries are attacking in a nearby forest. You have to do something.
You remember the I feel like let's think logically here for a minute, Andrew.
Okay.
Okay. Well, Elphaba is a Munchkin technically, according to the book. We can ignore that because it's not really. It's only kind of mentioned, but we know for a fact her sister died in Munchkin Land. What if her trade for being able to destroy the wizard's mercenaries is the body of her sister?
Okay. Say, I will take care of the mercenaries if you give me the body of... What's her sister's name again? I honestly don't remember.
Nessarose. Nessarose. The Witch of the East.
Should I just write the Witch of the East? Or should I write the name?
Write the name Nessarose, comma, the Witch of the East,
All right, so Nessa Rose,
comma,
right?
the Witch of the East. Yep, perfect.
All right, these Oz names are weird.
Yeah. Yes, they are. Hey, you wanted to do this.
All right, I did. I wanted to cast spells with my thing.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Okay. Elphaba says, I will take care of the mercenaries if you give me the body of Nessarose, the Witch of the East. There is an audible gasp from the Munchkins, and the leader says, Nessarose, but she is so young. Doesn't matter. She will be dead soon enough.
Oh,
Elphaba
no.
replies.
Oh, no.
Does Elphaba believe that she's still alive, even with that house on top of her?
Maybe we could say that. Oh, God.
We could edit this. This is still the beginning.
Yeah, let's edit it really quickly.
All right,
I like the gasping. There's an audible gasp from the Munchkins, and the leader says, something like, "What do you want with her body?" We plan to hang it on display or something horrible.
What do you want with her body?
She's been dead for mere hours.
She's been dead for mere hours. See if we can make this go smoother than last time.
Yeah, and then Alpha replies, "That's my business. Do we have a deal?"
Does it matter? Do we have a deal?
There we are.
Oh boy. All right. So what do we say here?
Grab our broom threateningly.
Grab her broom threateningly.
And say, "I never asked twice."
Yes. Say, I never ask twice. All right, this is where it's going to go off the rails, I guarantee.
Let's go.
Elphaba grabs her broom threateningly and says, I never ask twice. The Munchkins are scared into submission and run off to get the body. Elphaba stands on her broom handle and looks around. That actually makes sense.
Yes.
That actually wasn't total nonsense.
Then I think we just say, have the body ready by the time I'm back, and then fly off into the forest.
Elphaba says, have the body ready by the time I'm back. Then she flies into the forest on her broom.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Okay. Alpha begins to fly through the woods. She hears the sound of a battle. She arrives just in time to see the burying of the Munchkins.
Oh no.
The mercenaries have taken the Munchkins out.
Elphaba casts a sleeping spell across the mercenaries.
Casts a sleeping spell onto all the mercenaries. Why is it caps? I don't want it caps.
Yeah, it was like
All
very
of the
intense
mercenaries.
onto all of them.
Is that all, or is there more?
And says poppies will make them sleep.
Puppies will make them sleep. Okay.
Let's see what you got, AI Dungeon.
Elphaba casts her spell and the mercenaries begin to fall asleep. Some of them realize they have been attacked but are too sleepy to move or defend themselves.
Mm-hmm. How dark should we go? How evil is Elphaba? Is it the Elphaba for the musical, or is it our version?
I mean,
Because this is
I
a
feel like-
non-lethal attack that she just did here. Should we turn it lethal?
would the Elphaba in the musical do a lethal attack? I don't think so.
No.
Then again, she is arriving and seeing them burying Munchkins.
She flies down lower and sees one of the dead Munchkin bodies is her father,
Oh shit.
Fritz, Fritz.
Flies down low, only to find that one of the dead Munchkin bodies is her father, Fritz. Okay.
Let's see what he got.
Elphaba flies down low, only to find that one of the dead Munchkin bodies is her father, Fritz. She flies down to speak to her father. He is dead, and his face shows signs of a struggle. But when she sees him, she is filled with anger.
Against, like, how do we say this? Because there's something I want to happen, but I want it to not be like an intentional thing. Out of anger, she sees that flames are flying through out of her hands and setting the forest and all the sleeping mercenaries on fire.
Elphaba is so angered by her father's murder, she, without realizing, casts flame spells onto the nearby forest and mercenaries and sleeping mercenaries.
Their
What happens?
bodies begin to burn.
I mean, shouldn't we see what happens, or do we
I
just
think we
tell?
should we should say, I want the mercenaries not to wake up.
Igniting their bodies? How's that?
That's better, but spell there correctly.
Boom.
There, let's
All right,
go.
we'll see what happens. Elphaba is so angered by her father's murder, without realizing, she casts flame spells onto the nearby forest and sleeping mercenaries. Elphaba is filled with rage, and she ignites the sleeping mercenaries. She is horrified with that when this happens, but is too shocked to stop it. Ridiculing death. Nonsense. I don't know what that means, but okay, that's in there too.
She flies back to Munchkin Land. She hops on her broom and flies back to Munchkin Land.
On her broom. and flies back to Munchkin Land.
FLIES.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
To claim her reward. Oh, well, that works.
It's all good.
It's all good.
We'll figure that out. Elphaba arrives back at the village. The smoke is still there, but the villagers are awoken by the sound of her arrival. Elphaba, what happened? One of them asks.
I did what you asked me to. Now, where is my sister's body?
Elphaba tells the Munchkins, I did what you asked me to. Now, where is my sister's body? This is like a badass version of Elphaba who, like, her whole family is dead now.
That's my dude. That's what happens in the musical too.
I know, but like, this one has like a scar.
Like, she don't give a fuck.
Elphaba tells the Munchkins, I did what you asked me to. Now, where is my sister's body? Wait, what? The Munchkins realize what they have done and surround Elphaba. Nasa, Elp, what happened? You were fine a moment ago, the head Munchkin says to her.
Edit that and just say they bring the body to her. The Munchkins bring Elphaba Nessa Rose's body. She notices that her slippers are missing.
Okay.
I have a specific place I kind of want this to go.
Okay. The Munchkins bring her sister's body. Elphaba notices the slippers are missing. Is that what you want?
Yes, that's it.
Okay, what do we do then?
What did you do with the slippers, the ruby slippers on my sister's feet?
What did you do with the ruby slippers on my sister's feet? What did they do?
They gave them to Dorothy.
The Munchkins leader says, we hid them before your sister's body was dragged through the streets. Those would be very valuable to the wizard's men. I don't believe you, Elphaba says.
Fire rages out of her fingertips. Threateningly.
Oh, no. Elphaba holds flames on her fingertips.
Threateningly. Man, someone should make this scene, because this scene's pretty fucking cool.
Elphaba holds flames on her fingertips threateningly. The Munchkins leader holds his hand up. No need for that. We got you your sister's body. You want some revenge on the Wizard of Oz? We could help. Really? I like that really though, because that's Elphaba saying really, but that could be a lot of different reallys, you know. That could be
yes.
Like... How are we interpreting it? Is that like a really?
No, I don't think she's taking it seriously. Like, I feel like she looks so down on Munchkins in general that she's like, really? Like, you guys are gonna help? I think we need to figure out because we all know the slippers went with Dorothy. Like, that's what happened.
Yes. Why don't we just directly tell them that we know that they gave them to Dorothy?
I know that you gave them. I don't need help from liars or something like that.
I don't need help from liars.
I know you gave them to that farm girl from Kansas.
You gave them to that farm girl. What am I doing? From Kansas. Does she know what Kansas is?
Like, that's kind of what they think. It's just another land, like an equivalent to Munchkin Land. At least that's the vibe I get from the books and the movie. The flames grow bigger. Oh no.
Ignoring the insult, the Munchkin leader continues.
Oh.
But there's nothing. It doesn't say anything.
He doesn't.
All right, well, why don't we just edit it and say what he does? The Munchkin leader continues. He's obviously trying to bargain that he's going to be able to help Elphaba in some way so he doesn't get burnt to death. So, what would he say?
How about the Munchkin leader blows a whistle calling the Munchkin army?
Okay.
Summoning the Munchkin army.
Ignoring the insult, the Munchkin leader blows a whistle, summoning the Munchkin army.
Elphaba just says, you give me no choice, and the entire Munchkin land is engulfed in flame.
Oh my god, how powerful is Elphaba?
She's the Wicked Witch. I feel like we need to live up to that.
You give me no choice. Flames erupt from her hands, igniting... I'm sorry, I can't see what I'm spelling. Igniting all of of Munchkin Land.
until it
Inflame.
all sits in embers.
Igniting Munchkin Land until nothing is left but embers.
There we are. This is a real wicked witch.
She stops burning everything. Get my sister's body from here, Elphaba commands. The Munchkins arrive with her sister's body, which is taken away by Dorothy.
Let's just
What?
edit that and say something different really quick.
That doesn't make sense.
Just say she stops burning everything.
She stops burning everything. Okay.
She grabs her sister's body and leaves.
Grabs her sister's body,
And flies away on the broomstick.
flies away on the broomstick. Elphaba grabs her sister's body and flies away on the broomstick. Can't trust these little mongrel bastards. Once back in the roost, she notices her broom is gone.
That's not how that works.
That is not how that works. I like the one line. Why don't we just keep that?
Yeah, let's keep that.
Can't trust these little mongrel bastards.
She just fucking eviscerated her entire hometown. And that's just her only thought.
That's her only thought. She flies away with her dead sister's body, and she's just like, fuck those little munchkins.
Elphaba returns to her castle, looking in the crystal ball, and says, "Show me the ruby slippers."
Looks into the crystal ball and says, "Show me the ruby slippers." Elphaba returns to her castle, looks into the crystal ball, and says, "Show me the ruby slippers." The ball begins to grow brightly, and strange symbols can be seen in the ball. "Soon, my sister," she says.
That's good. I like that.
Okay. All right, what's next then?
I want her to go visit Dorothy, and I want it to end in a bloodbath. I want the Wicked Witch to win this one.
Okay. Elphaba looks into the ball and sees
Dorothy,
sorry. I was
Dorothy
spelling it
the
wrong.
Cowardly Lion.
Dorothy, yeah, it's like that. Okay. Dorothy, the Cowardly Lion, the Tin Man. Is he with them?
Yes.
And the Scarecrow.
All in Oz. Let's say that they're in Oz during the makeover scene, being primped and prodded by the
Okay.
some people in Oz, the Wizards
is-
team in Oz.
Is that named? Is that called Oz, or is that called like the Emerald
the
City?
Emerald City? You're right.
All in the Emerald City. Emerald City. Okay. Elphaba looks into the ball and sees Dorothy, the Cowardly Lion, the Tin Man, and the Scarecrow, all in the Emerald City. "Soon, my dear," she says before the ball goes dark.
Elphaba grabs her broom and makes a line directly for the Emerald City. Smoke starts to fly out of her broomstick because of how fast she's going.
Grabs her broom and begins to fly to the Emerald City. Smoke trails behind the broom. What, due to the speed? Or
Yeah,
like,
due to her speed and anger.
I like that the magic is just powered by how pissed she is.
I mean, I imagine magic is affected by your emotions.
I think that is generally the idea. "I'm going to kill that wizard and all those munchkin bastards." Eventually, she arrives at the Emerald City. It is nighttime, but she sees the wizard's tower from far away. This is good.
Whispers to self, "No, the shoes first."
Elphaba whispers to herself, "No, the slippers or the shoes?"
Yeah, the slippers first. Then enters the city silently.
Elphaba whispers to herself, "No, the slippers first." Then she enters the city silently. Elphaba enters the city and slashes a munchkin who looks in her direction. "Where are the guards?" The munchkin says, and I guess we get to decide what the munchkin says.
I think that's where the guards, the Munchkin says.
Oh, okay. I guess there's not any.
Elphaba casts a spell of silence across the entire city so no one can alert them about her appearance.
Casts a spell of silence across the city, allowing no one to
Be alerted to her presence.
be alerted to her presence. She's like ridiculously powerful in this one.
Honestly, I love to see it.
Elphaba casts a spell of silence across the city, allowing no one to be alerted to her presence. The spell takes effect and all the munchkins are silent. She glides over to the wizard's tower and see his large neon sign glowing brightly. That's great. She sneaks up to the door and listens carefully. I love the idea that the wizard just has a big neon sign that's like,
I love it.
Wizard. That's actually like in character for him though.
She puts her ear to the door and hears the wizard say, I sent the farm girl to kill the Witch of the West. Either she will die or the witch will die. Either way, I win.
I sent the farm girl to kill the Witch of the West. Either she will die or the witch will die. Either way, I win. That what we want?
Yeah, I think that's good.
Elphaba puts her ear to the door and hears the wizard say, I sent the farm girl to kill the Witch of the West. Either she will die or the witch will die. Either way, I win. Elphaba doesn't respond, instead using her superpowers of telepathy to read the wizard's mind. Good lord.
Well, that makes sense because we cast a spell silence.
That does make sense. So that's actually her.
Yeah,
He's
that's
not saying it.
Yeah, that's
They're
what he's thinking.
Understanding it.
She casts a spell called Tongue-Tied, and the wizard swallows his own tongue, dying.
What? Are you for real?
Yeah,
Okay.
let's do it. Come on. Come on.
Casts a spell called Tongue. How do you spell tongue? I don't actually know.
T-O-U-N-G-E?
Unge.
Did I get it?
That's not how you spell
Nope,
it.
I tried. We're not intelligent men.
No, I'm terrible at spelling. That's how you spell it.
Okay, T-O-N-G-U-E.
That's a spell called Tongue Tied, causing the wizard to swallow his own tongue.
Choking to death. Elphaba says, be careful not to choke on your aspirations.
Oh my god. Careful not to choke on your aspirations.
Mr. Wizard.
My goodness, she is butchering these people.
Imagine what she's going to do to Dorothy and her friends.
Careful not to choke on your aspirations, Mr. Wizard. Steps inside the tower and sees a lot of rubbish and some bottles with green liquid. These could be the ingredients for the spell I need, she thinks to herself.
She takes them and then flies into the city center.
Takes the ingredients she needs and then flies into the city center. Elphaba takes the ingredients she needs and then flies into the city center. The entire Munchkin army is gathered in the city center, camping out. Their campfires and torches create a cheery atmosphere. Not for very long.
She takes the ingredients and casts a blood boiling spell where all the Munchkins' blood boils and they die on the spot.
Elphaba uses the ingredients she acquired to create a blood boiling spell, causing the Munchkins' blood to boil and kills them. What do you say?
They all the entire Munchkin army dies on the spot.
Dies on the spot. Oh my god. Elphaba uses the ingredients she acquired to create a blood boiling spell, causing the Munchkins' blood to boil and the entire Munchkin to die on the spot. Elphaba admires her handiwork and laughs. Not a bad little witch, am I? She smiles to herself, but then is shocked when she hears shouting, Die!
The Cowardly Lion and Tin Man are running at her full strength.
Elphaba sees the Cowardly Lion and Tin Man rushing at her.
Aim to kill.
With all their strength, aiming to kill her.
Let's see. Let's see.
Do we let them kill her if that's what it says?
We'll see.
Oh no, she casts a barrier in front of her. The two men easily charge through it. Is this the best you can do? The Tin Man says angrily as he slashes her chin with his tin knife.
It has no effect on her.
Elphaba feels the knife hit her, but it has no effect. What else?
I think she should really mess with the Tin Man first because he really is. She just beheads him. She just beheads him with one fell swoop with her broom.
Slashes the Tin Man with her broomstick.
Actually, no. Hold on. Back to one.
Okay.
Elphaba. Then she says,
Okay.
No. That's fine. It has no effect. And she says, "Don't forget who made you what you are." She snaps her fingers, and he falls into a mass of blood and viscera.
Oh my god.
Because she turned him into tin so he could keep chopping off pieces of himself. So her spell literally made him this way. So she just turns him back to a man, which means he would be nothing but organs.
To a pile of blood. Sir, I don't know how to spell that. I'm gonna say gore.
Dead. Gotta say he's dead. The Tin Man is dead.
Oh
The
my-
lion looks in horror.
But feels the knife hit her, but it has no effect. She says, "Don't forget what made you what you are, Tin Man." She snaps her fingers and he turns into a pile of blood and gore. The Tin Man is dead. Cowardly lion, you're next. I'll make you into a man.
She snaps her fingers. He becomes an elderly man on the brink of death.
Her fingers turning the lion into an elderly man on the brink of death.
No strength
Oh.
left to fight.
And no strength to fight. Elphaba snaps her fingers, turning the lion into an elderly man on the brink of death with no strength to fight. The lion lies on the ground, his life's ambitions lost. Elphaba turns to the crowd of munchkins who have gathered round, staring at her in awe.
She screams at the top of her lungs, "Bring me Dorothy, or you will suffer worse fates than this."
Oh my goodness. And this.
I have a plan, and it might be real dumb.
Elphaba screams, "Bring me Dorothy, or you will suffer worse fates than this." Some of the munchkins evacuate the area, but others come to the campfire to stare at her. Among them is a young woman holding a baby. Who is that woman?
She. Oh God, I don't want to deal with munchkins anymore.
You just want them all dead.
I don't want to kill any more munchkins. We killed a lot of them. The next person that says a word will be nothing. Will be dead. Just something like that. Your wizard is hold on. Your wizard is dead. I rule you now. Bring me Dorothy, or you will die.
I rule you now.
I rule Emerald City now.
Bring me, or you will die. Just dark, dude.
I love
the
it.
wizard is dead. I rule Emerald City now. Bring me Dorothy, or you will die. The woman stares at Elphaba and then throws her baby at her feet. "Please, if you take away my child, take me as well." Elphaba pauses. Does this
Maybe
woman...
I should be more specific. I want Dorothy Gale. From Kansas.
Maybe I should be more specific. I want Dorothy Gale from Kansas.
Not
this
your
woman's-
baby.
Not your baby.
What a weird comic moment in such a dark story.
This doesn't make sense.
Okay,
We're going into nightmare territory.
Edit it. I know what I want.
Okay.
From the back row of the city, you just hear, "If you want me, come get me." And a young farm girl stands there with ruby slippers. Dorothy Gale. "If you want me, here I am." Here it is. Just no more death, please.
See a young farm girl in ruby slippers.
Standing next to a man made of straw.
Okay. From the back row of the city, you hear, "If you want me, come get me." You see a young farm girl in ruby slippers standing next to a man of straw.
All right. Now we got to figure out what Elphaba says. Elphaba flies toward them and then stands in front of Dorothy.
And stands in front of Dorothy.
Period. And says, "Do you not fear death,
Do not fear death,
or are you just stupid?"
or are you just stupid? Oh boy. Elphaba flies towards them and stands in front of Dorothy. She says, "Do you not fear death, or are you just stupid?" The crowd murmurs at her comment. "Now leave, or I'll destroy you."
Nope, cut
She
that part up.
screams. We don't want her to leave.
Nope. Dorothy says, "Just no more death, please."
What a good person Dorothy is. Crowd murmurs at her comment. Dorothy replies, "Just no more death, please."
Elphaba turns to the scarecrow. I'm wrapping up all the loose ends here. Don't worry, we're wrapping
right.
up, Andrew. I have an
Turns
ending
to
in place.
Okay, turns to the scarecrow. Okay, what did she do?
She says, "Fiero, you once loved me."
That's Fiero spelled?
Fiyeero,
Fiero.
comma, "You once loved me."
Okay.
But now I see. But now our love doesn't burn as bright as it once did.
Doesn't burn as it once did.
And then she snaps her fingers and he's engulfed in flame.
Oh my god. Fingers.
And the scarecrow is engulfed in flames, killing him.
Oh my goodness. She's just massacring everyone.
She has become the Joker.
She snaps her fingers, engulfing the scarecrow in flames, killing him. As the crowd gasps, Elphaba turns to face their leader, the wicked what? No, this is wrong.
Yeah, just crowd gas after Elphaba turns back to Dorothy.
Sometimes this thing doesn't know what the heck's going on.
Yeah.
Elphaba turns back to Dorothy.
Give me the slippers and your death will be painless.
Give me the slippers and your death shall be painless. Elphaba says, "Give me the slippers and your death shall be painless." Dorothy stares at the feet and then says, "You could never love me. You're nothing but a black-hearted killer." Elphaba takes a step towards her and says, that's it, doesn't say.
Ooh. What should Elphaba say? I like that as a reply. I know it's weird. Well, you got an idea? I feel like she needs one last thing.
What does she say?
Love is a battlefield.
I mean, at this point, does she even believe in love?
No.
Her father died. Her
I have
sister
nothing
died.
left.
She's killed her love interest.
Yeah. The only love she's got is those slippers.
The only love I have left is those slippers. Give them to me.
Bitch.
Yeah. Oh, okay, we'll swear.
I feel like we've earned it at this point.
I'm not allowed to swear in safe mode.
Oh.
Okay. We'll okay.
Didn't they swear earlier? I feel like
They did. They said bastards. Elphaba says, "The
I
only love I have left is those slippers. Give them to me." Dorothy looks up and stares at Elphaba. She defiantly refuses to give in for fear of her own life. "You're not taking my shoes."
Elphaba holds up her hand with Fireball and says, "You leave me no choice." Hold on, Andrew, don't. That's just where we are.
Her hand with a
Ball of fire.
"You leave me no choice." What else?
Defiantly, Dorothy spits in Elphaba's face, burning her skin like acid.
Oh no! Should I just have that be the reply? Like, just edit it to say that?
Yeah, I think so.
I kind of want to see what they actually have her do. Wait, how about this, though? The flame bursts forth, engulfing the slippers. Dorothy's eyes widen in shock before she begins to laugh. "You've made a grave mistake."
Okay. Oh, this is better than what I had pitched. All right. Dorothy is engulfed in light.
See Dorothy engulfed in light.
Elphaba has never seen magic this powerful.
Never seen magic this powerful.
Dorothy is the long-rumored Wicked Witch of the South.
Doesn't even make sense.
What do you mean?
Isn't the South and North witches good witches?
Yeah, Dorothy is the Witch of the South, even in the books.
Oh, okay. Elphaba realizes that Dorothy is the long rumored, is that right?
Long fabled.
Long
Let's do that.
fabled, good witch of the South.
Yep, I like that.
Elphaba sees Dorothy engulfed in light. Elphaba has never seen magic this powerful. She realizes that Dorothy is the long fabled good witch of the South. A burst of light hits Elphaba, knocking her down. Blinded, she hears screaming and crying, but sees nothing. As she tries to stand up, she hears a voice from above.
No one mourns the wicked, and then a torrent of water covers her, burning her to nothing but bones.
No one mourns the wicked. Before a torrent of water covers her,
This is so
burning
fucked up.
her skin and melting her to bone.
The
This is
Wicked
like-
Witch of the West is dead.
No. She tries to stand, but the weight of the water is too much.
Just
No.
right, the Wicked Witch of the West is dead.
Tries to stand, but the weight of the water is too much. The Wicked Witch of the West is dead.
Dorothy stands victorious. The Munchkins gather, welcoming their new leader.
I'm just gonna add this in here because this doesn't make any sense. That's something Elphaba's doing. Elphaba's just dead now. Dorothy stands victorious over the Munchkins. What did she do?
She has defeated their sworn enemy and become the new leader of the Emerald City.
All right, I think that's the end, isn't it?
I think we need one more thing to try to come up with this AI. I think we need one more thing.
Okay. Elphaba's dead. I don't know what we do, but
I think we have one more thing that we can try to do.
oh wait, I just realized I can change this. I can just change the story. What happens next?
Awesome. Let's do what happens
Yeah,
next.
Let's do that.
Dorothy rules over Oz with a kind and gentle heart, but we never forget the evils and atrocities of Elphaba, the Wicked Witch of the West. I honestly kind of want someone to turn this into a proper fanfic. I'd read this.
Dorothy rules over Oz with a kind and gentle heart, but Oz can never forget the atrocities of Elphaba, the Wicked Witch of the West. And I guess
Then just
this is
write-
the end. The AI doesn't know what to say.
Then write the end, and we're done. Holy shit! And I thought we'd never top the I am Connor Hansen.
I mean, this is just Elphaba goes on a massacre.
But the thing is, it kind of follows the plot of the movie. Strangely, we eventually get there.
I mean, yeah, I think we did a great job with it.
I honestly do. I liked how the story progressed. There was a narrative
Everything-
flow to everything.
It all went, one thing went into the next thing, and Elphaba's dead. The end.
Yeah, but a lot of other people died too. Dorothy, did she know she had this power that she could just pull out whenever she wanted?
Well, no, she didn't. Dorothy's eyes widen in shock before she begins.
So
to
she
laugh.
discovers she too is a witch all at once. Okay. I like how the only one of the group that survives is the Cowardly Lion, but as an old man.
I mean, Dorothy might save them. or
I
try
mean,
to.
I like the idea that we don't specify that she did. I think it's better that way.
I like that Elphaba is just so absurdly powerful, but then Dorothy literally, the AI here came up with the idea that like, no, this fire does nothing to Dorothy.
Like I think it's an actually pretty well done short story about a woman that's lost everything, her sister, her father, and just kind of mentally loses it. And when you got that much trauma and that much power, it doesn't blend well. I thought this was very good.
Yeah, it was a great job. I think we nailed it, and I do like that I don't know if they added the edit feature, but I like that we were trying to use it a little bit.
Yeah, I think this is good. I'm excited to do another one of these because this was a blast. I love doing these a lot. I hope you enjoy them too, Andrew.
I thought it was pretty fun. I like when they're a little easier to handle. Like that last one was a bit off the rails. Like it was very hard to
Yes,
navigate.
we
but
were learning. But here we can kind of like, we like what you're doing here, but we don't like what you're doing there. So what musical do you think we should do next, Andrew?
Oh Lord, I honestly don't know.
I mean,
but
look at right here, Andrew. We've got our Wizard of Oz portrait right here.
yeah, I mean, you got burnt to death. I got turned into an old man.
Beheaded.
Yeah, and beheaded.
Or no,
Wait, no.
turned to organs and viscera.
Horrible, horrifying.
A horrible experience for all. Andrew, can you actually copy and paste that and put that in a document? I feel like people would like to read that.
Sure, I'll copy it here, and we'll figure out how to do that.
All right. We'll see you next time on Musical Theater AI Dungeon. Give us your ideas for what we should do next, because this was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed us slaughtering every major character
in the Wizard of Oz. You know,
Except
we
for
Dorothy. Dorothy somehow made it. I mean, if you want to believe that she brought them all back to life, you're free to do so. That's great.
But that's not canon. It's not canon.
It's not our canon. You can think that, but in my opinion, death is permanent.
You are just making stuff up if you think that.
And obviously, with this AI dungeon, we're not into making stuff up. All right, we'll see you next time, guys. Bye-bye.
And it's time for us to